Good afternoon, River Bats. What's going on? Happy Friday. My name is Terry Morris, and I'm joined with.
Hi, my name is Katrina, but you can call me KG. We're both financial aid outreach coordinators at ACC. And
Absolutely, yeah, we are. So thanks for joining us live here today. And we're here to talk about financial aid. So I know there's a ton of questions when it comes about financial aid. It can be stressful. You're going through a lot of things, and you just don't know where to start. But don't worry, me and KG got you, right? KG, we got you.
yes, we've got you.
Yes, we've got you. So, during this live, if you come up with any questions, please drop them in the chat and we'll be able to help you from there. But getting started with things, when it comes to applying for financial aid, there are two applications. There's the FAFSA and the TASFA.
Can you explain what the difference is between those two, Terry?
I absolutely can. So when it comes to the FAFSA, the main difference is going to be your citizenship status. So if you're a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen, generally that's like a permanent resident or sort, you're going to do the FAFSA. Full stop. That's it. You're doing the FAFSA. Now, if you're not a citizen or not a permanent resident or any eligible non-citizen, but you're a Texas resident, then you could qualify for the TASFA.
Yeah, so don't worry about submitting both. We're going to be here to help you understand which one is best for you based on your circumstances.
Absolutely. And so to get started with the FAFSA, you're just going to head to studentaid.gov. That is studentaid.gov. That is the website that you're going to go to get your FAFSA. Once you're there, make sure you create an account. And please, 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 I know KG is going to echo this. Please write down your username, write down your password. We've seen a lot of people make their account earlier, and then when they come to us for help, they're like, oh, I forgot my account and password, and we have to reset their password. So get ahead of the game, write down your username and password, and make sure to store it somewhere so you know where it is.
That is a really good point. And if you don't qualify for FAFSA, you may be in luck with the TASFA. For TASFA students, we encourage you to go to austincc.edu/TASFA. And I know those two words sound really similar, FAFSA and TASFA,
Yeah.
but that's the link for more information with all the steps to complete the TASFA application. For either applications, we'll need your personal income information along with your parents' personal income information if you're a dependent student. If you're an independent student, then we'll only need your information. This information comes from like taxes and filing taxes previously.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't know whether you're independent or dependent, don't worry about it. The FAFSA asks questions that'll determine if you're independent or dependent based off of how you answer those questions. And at the end of the day, you can always ask us, and me and KG can help you out. But if you're independent and if you're married, make sure you know that you also have to get the information of your spouse as well. So that'll be put in there as well. Anyone married out there, KG?
No.
Yeah, so we're just doing the FAFSA and TASFA by ourselves. But yes, make sure you keep all these things in mind when you're doing that application. But whether you're starting in the spring, summer, or next fall, the time to act is now. The FAFSA and the TASFA are both open. So let's get ahead of the game. Let's submit those applications as soon as possible so you can know exactly how much money you're going to get when you fill out those applications.
The ACC Financial Aid Office is here to help you with all of that. You can visit any campus. There are 11 ACC campuses, and each one of them has a financial aid office inside of student services. And that's typically where you'll find also like admissions and advising. And you can go to any of those campuses that's easier for you. So if you live by Round Rock or the South Austin campus, go to the one that's convenient for you. You can also join our virtual financial aid Zoom for assistance, and that's on just the main financial aid page of our website. And we want to make sure you get as much funding as possible. So we're literally here to help in different mediums, even Facebook Live.
Yes, brought to you live.
And brought to you live.
There you go. Quick question for you, KG. Since you brought up the 11 campuses, what's your favorite campus?
Oh, yes. I really like Rio Grande or Rio Grande. It is
Rio
the one
Grande.
that is close to UT.
Yeah.
So like the downtown one. What is yours, Terry?
Mine is probably San Gabriel. It's one of the newer
Oh,
campuses, but on the second floor, maybe the third floor, there's this beautiful view that you can look outside and you can see a ton of land and you can see the sun rise and set. So really nice, and people have lunch up there. So as KG said, visit a campus near you. But speaking of assistance, it's financial aid month. It's financial aid month, right, KG?
it is.
It
This is
is.
the month
Yeah,
October. It's
October.
financial
Yes.
aid.
So what does that mean? Financial Aid Month is the month where we're going to be hosting multiple workshops throughout the entire month at a campus that's going to be near you. Tell us more about it, KG.
Yeah, we really want you to join us there, and you can find an event that's happening near you by visiting austincc.edu/FA month. So it's a little bit of an abbreviation with that one. I'll say it again. It's austincc.edu/FA month. And once you're on that page, if you scroll down a little, it will show you all the events that we have upcoming. The next one that's happening is tomorrow at the Riverside campus. And it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There is on that page an RSVP. We would love to encourage you to complete the RSVP for it. That helps us know how many students are coming. But if you show up, we're not going to turn you away. We want to help you. So you can see also what building it's in and what room number it's in. If you get there and you feel a little lost, don't worry. Walk into a building, and if you see an ACC person, you can go, "Hi, I'm looking for an event that's happening. It's in building A. Is this building A?" Um, and or you could email us at financial aid and we can figure it out to get you to go into the right place. Um, all of these events that we are doing have technology support. So if you join us, usually it will be in some sort of computer lab or the Welcome Center where we have access to computers. We also encourage you, if you'd rather use your own laptop, feel free to bring that and join our Wi-Fi, and you can work on the FAFSA or TASFA from your own computer. We do recommend that if you have a parent contributor as well, if they can bring their cell phone or laptop so they can access their email,
Yes.
that's really helpful so they can do their part. At all of these events, please bring your family, friends, mentors, your children. It's a real like laid back event. Don't worry about it being stuffy or like, oh, what are they going to ask me? It's like, we really want to help.
Yeah, if I can add one more thing, I want to change my answer. My favorite campus actually is Riverside, which the event is at tomorrow, just because they have a golf course there that I have golfed at a couple of times. So, yeah, changing my answer now. Riverside is actually my favorite campus. But yeah, thanks so much for that, KG. Tell us about, we've heard this cool thing that we started a couple years ago called free tuition. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. As of 2024, ACC started a pilot program supporting graduating seniors with free tuition. It isn't just for high school students either. So if someone just completed their GED or high school equivalency, sometimes called the HSE, you qualify as well. ACC wants to take away the stress from students worrying about another cost, especially when things are so expensive. And you can also learn more about free tuition and who it applies to at austincc.edu/free tuition. And yeah, it shows you like which high schools are in the area for that. And also if you're like, oh, I just got my GED. I didn't even know I could get free tuition. It's a total possibility. So we recommend you check it out. Oh,
Awesome. Hold that thought, KG. Looks like we have a couple questions in the chat. So let's look here. We got one from Veto. What are the next steps after doing the FAFSA at a high school event? Great question. So after you've done your FAFSA, what we would do at that point is now you're in the process of what we call tracking your status. And so this is going to depend on a couple things. One, what school you're deciding to go to and if you've already been accepted. So if let's say you're coming to us at ACC, once you've submitted your FAFSA, just give us about 2 to 3 days, and we should be able to see that on our FAFSA, on your specific FAFSA account. Now, I will say with the new FAFSA, generally you'll start seeing those updates in the spring. But if you're trying to come and start classes this fall or next spring, and you're doing the 25-26 FAFSA, you'll be able to see that in a couple days after that. And it'll all be through your ACC self-service, and we'll communicate with you via email and through that account to let you know, hey, here's what we need from you, if anything at all. But yeah, once you've submitted that FAFSA, then you're going to go ahead and log on to see your next steps. KG, you want to do that next question for us?
Yeah. So the next question was, when did aid go out for those that had it split in two? So typically this happens because you might get like Pell Grant for like $7,000, which is like a lot. Yes. And but then it will be split between your fall semester and your spring semester. And it usually goes out like right before the semester starts, like a week before. Typically, is that right, Terry?
And like the first month, like, you know, like we say the first month because some people get it early, some people it might be a little bit later. But yeah, like the first couple weeks of classes.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we unfortunately don't have like it's always on the 12th or something.
Yeah.
But I wish. And when you get those classes paid for, then if there's money left over from like a grant, it goes back to you, or loans. And typically that would be, so if you already got one dispersed for fall semester, then you know that second half is going to come for your spring semester classes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So whenever you see the money on your account, it'll say, like exactly like KG said, it'll say 7,000. And when you accept it, they'll just immediately split that into fall semester, spring semester. So that money you're looking for is just going to go to the next semester once you start taking classes. So appreciate that. And last question. This is great. I love these questions. I'm going to butcher this. I apologize. Sorayat, how can I do a Zoom meeting for my student because she will be online classes? So this is great. You can just visit our financial aid website for the online program, please. So I'm going to answer this in 2 ways. If you're talking about financial aid and how to get an online Zoom meeting for that, we take walk-ins. And when I say walk-ins, you can just log on to our Zoom account right now and talk to someone immediately. And so I would just visit our financial aid website, and on the right side, there's going to be a big orange button that says join Zoom. And that way you can immediately talk to someone about financial aid. If it's something about advising or something about anything else outside of financial aid, that would be handled directly with the advising department, and they have their own process. I do know they take walk-ins sometimes as well as appointments. And so I'm sorry, my daughter's out of state. Well, if she's out of state, Zoom's going to be the way for her. Just log onto our Zoom, and she can talk to someone right away to get help with financial aid. Doesn't matter where you are. If anything, she might just have to look at her time zone to make sure it's not past 5 p.m. So hope that helps when it comes to how we can get you some help. But besides that, the last thing I want to talk about is when it comes to all this money coming through and you're able to get the free tuition and you can get a refund. What's great about that is once we've taken care of the essentials, you can essentially use that money to pay for books, supplies, transportation, and overall the cost of living. And what we've understood as financial aid specialists is that students who aren't able to have a clear mind when it comes to paying rent, getting food, and transportation to school, they're not able to fully commit to school. They're not able to like fully study and prepare for tests because they're stressed out about money. And that's why we love financial aid, and that's why we love helping students pay for school, because once their finances are taken care of and they're able to focus on school, we see students that are going to be a lot more successful in the long run when it comes to financial aid. But besides that, KG, we had a couple questions predetermined. Do you want to read some of those, and then we can give our chat some more time to ask other questions?
Yeah. So let's see. Besides financial aid, what are other options to pay for school?
So this is a great question. When it comes to other options, let's talk about all the options. So of course, there's financial aid. But what exactly is financial aid? So financial aid is grants, loans, work study, and scholarships. So these are the 4 pillars of financial aid, right? And so these are the main ways that you'll end up paying for school. But if we're looking at other ways, I generally start talking about their saving. There are college funds. So if you have any little ones right now who are in elementary, middle school, or even early high school and you want to start saving, it's never too late. Those are ways that you can do that. And then, of course, I love work study and then just working in general. Obviously, it's not going to pay for the whole bill, but every little bit that you can get will help out in the long term. And, you know, I know it seems simple when it comes to some of these things, but every little bit will help when it comes to saving for college. But when it comes to scholarships, I like to talk about this. The more you apply, the more likely you're going to be able to get some money. So I would say fill out those scholarship applications so you can get as much money as possible. Thanks for that, KG.
Yeah, I wanted to throw in that when I started in financial aid, I asked one of our supervisors, I was like, okay, what are the hot tips for like getting the most financial aid? Like for me, now that I'm here, like I want to know all the secrets. And her advice was, oh, apply for every single scholarship. And I was like, oh, it is like the most obvious answer. But she said that go if I want to get a degree, even if it's not at ACC, there are scholarships that are super specific. Like it could
Yeah.
be a single parent scholarship who wants to pursue a law degree, and it will be like you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's me, and you
Yes.
get that money. Like um, another thing that people are like, oh, well, how does filling out the scholarship application look? Like, what's it like? You basically write about yourself and include
Yes.
information about yourself. And it's not AI that's going to read through it. It's humans like me and Terry and other people who can read through and kind of like analyze like which scholarships fit which students.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the more, like I said, the more you apply, the better. And like KG said, it's an essay about yourself. Just be honest. Don't be afraid to just say, "Hey, I need money," and tell us exactly, you know, how this money is going to help you out when it comes to your situation. Whether it's going to help you be a better student, help take care of your family, so you can focus more on your studies, and overall be more successful while you're in school. But that has been it from us. Thank you guys so much for joining on this edition of ACC Live. We hope to see you very soon.
Oh, I see Vero asked one more question. And thank you all for asking questions, Connie and Vero and Saris. The financial aid package differ if in district or out of district?
Great question. So the package will not be different. What will be different for in district and out of district, it'll be the cost of how much it costs to go to ACC. So that'll be your tuition specifically. But the financial aid package, whatever you qualify for, is what you qualify for, and that's what will be able to help you pay for school. But thank you so much for that question. Fantastic. And everyone else, if you ever have any other questions, like we said, join us tomorrow at the Riverside campus from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and we can help you out with anything else. Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
Bye.